Welcome back. So you're probably like, Grant, why do you sound so old and dead? Well, I may or may not have potentially thrown up my intestines, about 45 minutes ago. So, yeah, see you after the music.
Hello, welcome back.
So I guess this is the last time Dennis is making dinner for us.
Whoa.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's not.
You yacked in the same.
It's not.
That is what you were talking about.
No, it wasn't.
So what were you talking about?
I was talking about how I reset FaceTimed and then I picked up.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
it was because of Dennis's dinner.
No, it wasn't.
You can be honest.
Anyways,
I did it.
I will tell the story. So Sydney asked me to make supper for her tonight.
Which was banging.
It was really good.
I did. And the recipe called for chicken. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to take this raw chicken and put it in the casserole thingy. And so then I did that. And I cooked it for about 35-ish minutes. Then I realized, like, halfway through that you were supposed to cook the chicken before you put it in the casserole. And so I texted Sydney. I was like, Sydney, what do I do? You're a good cook. Like, what happens? Am I going to die if I eat it? She's like, I'm not
I had no
sure. And I was like, great. So I went to Google because Google has all the answers. And it said that it should be fine after like 35 minutes. It should be cooked enough even if you put it in a casserole. So I just took it out of the oven, then came to Sydney's. Sydney looked at it and was like,
I'm going to call my mom.
yeah, she's like, I'm going to call my mom because she knows everything. So Sydney called her mom and her mom's like, yeah, you should probably do that for like an hour. And so I already put it in for 35 minutes. So then we
left the oven on. I need to
Oh,
text
no.
Kayla. It's okay.
And so we put it in for another like 25 minutes and then we ate it and then we were fine and we're still here. So if we have to leave halfway through, you guys will know why. But
Sydney
Grant
started the fire.
before we put it back in the oven, Grant tasted it. And then that's when he was being over dramatic.
You guys told me to, though.
We did not.
We
Yeah, you did.
definitely did not.
Somebody did.
I
Maybe it was
said,
Kayla that said
"Here,
it.
Reese is calling, answer." And you said,
Yeah. And she just
Risa
straight up
hung
up.
oh my
Hung
gosh.
up.
Funny.
And then, yeah, she called back. Or you called her back.
Yeah,
and then you explained
I
it
called
all,
back
but-
Risa.
She was,
Yeah.
disgusted.
That was our adventures this evening.
I feel like
So-
Kayla's more responsible than you are. I feel like she would definitely turn the oven off.
I just texted her and asked if she would. So we'll see.
I mean,
we'll
if
see
we
what
smell
happens.
anything,
burning,
we'll know what it is.
Sydney started the fire.
Oh, she just said, "I turned it off!" Exclamation point. Thanks, Kayla.
Oh, good.
So
You're
if we
all
leave
So Nick was
halfway,
right.
it's either the house is on fire or we're sick from the food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just catch us next week, guys. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into this, first of all, thank you guys for watching. Go like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and anything else that would have a place for you to follow us. 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Music. And that's all. And we have a guest today, so that's exciting. This is not Damon. This is Nick, who is
The
sitting
better
here.
Damon.
Oh, comparing now.
Okay. Do you want to tell Damon that we can? He usually
Look
he
into the
doesn't
camera
listen.
and say it.
Yeah, say it to his face.
Right.
The
Really?
better Damon.
I can't. So Nick and we went kind of to the same church. Is that how
Oh, yeah.
Is that how
yeah.
you know each other?
I
met
really don't know
all
how I
the
know you.
commutes the same day
Did you really?
at church. Yeah,
What?
for
That
sure.
had to
I don't
be
remember that at all.
That had to have been a legendary day.
You weren't off in college yet.
Okay. You're
They-
friends with Risa, kind
Yeah,
of more.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I originally got in with Risa, but then she was like, "Oh, let me come over and meet my family," and then everybody was there,
All
which is
of us.
rare now that
Yeah.
I know you guys more.
Yeah.
You cannot find them all in the same place.
No.
You can't. That's true. That's funny. But yeah, you started coming just with some friends and then got connected with Risa and her friends and yeah, youth group
And then we
buddies.
had a little break.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened.
We
and
haven't
then
talked to you in a long time, and then
Now I'm back.
now you're back. You just got married,
Oh, that's yeah.
doing
that's
so
the best
great.
Part. That's the
Yeah,
best
I
part.
love that. It was so nice. It was a great wedding, Your
Yeah, I
pictures
loved
just
it.
came back.
Yes, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Dude,
On the Instagram.
how do you know Kevin? That's my
Yeah.
uncle.
What?
No, it's not.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
it is
Dude, I saw
his
the
uncle.
pictures because I guess Emily posted
Nuh-uh.
them, and then she like did the collaboration thing where like it tags you, so then everybody else that follows you can see him. So like I saw him.
Yeah.
I swiped to the third picture and I yelled to the next. I go, Kevin married Nick.
Yeah.
How did they know him?
I've known him since I was
What?
like 6.
What?
How?
So Caitlin.
Yeah.
I've known her. I've been to school with her ever since kindergarten, and her mom married Kevin.
Caitlin. Yep, that's my cousin.
Oh.
So last night, Kayla and I are sitting upstairs, and I was going through. And I was like, "Oh, look, Nick's pictures just got posted." So I handed her my phone. She goes, "I know this guy. How do I know this guy?" And so she sat there, and then she put it up on her own phone so she could just stare at it. And she's like, "I have no clue how I know this guy." So she sent a picture to her dad, who's a volleyball coach, and that's how she knows him.
because he's also a ref.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volleyball.
That's why I
Dude.
told her. I was like, "How do you not know him?"
That's
like,
so
'cause-
random. But then, okay, so then you got here and she's upstairs and she's like, "How do you know so and so?" And then you were explaining it and you're like, "Yeah, I went to school with Caitlin." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, Caitlin that went to Shalom. I know one of those, but that's probably not the same one." Dude, if this
It is.
isn't small town, I don't know what it is.
World.
Wow.
Huh.
Very. Small.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Interesting.
that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that was his uncle?
No, I had no
I didn't
clue.
know that either.
Yep,
I mean, you just
that's
found
my
out.
uncle.
Dang.
Everybody knows Kevin, obviously, because
I didn't know him. I was just kind of like, yeah, he kind of looks familiar, but it's because I saw him at your
Yeah.
wedding.
yeah, I love Kevin. He's a good
That
guy.
was it.
Mhm.
Aw.
Oh. Wow. Everything's making sense now.
We went through like 3 guys before Kevin, and I didn't think about him, and I felt really bad because I was like,
Oh, no.
I've known him like my whole life,
Yeah.
and now, but it just all worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely
that-
worked out.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
That was
best.
cool.
That's really cool.
Huh.
I actually asked your dad. Remember that? I
Yeah,
asked your
you
dad.
did ask Steve.
You asked Steve?
Yeah.
Is
Asked
he
Steve.
ordained?
No,
No.
I asked
Oh.
him if he would be willing to, and then he was really sweet about it.
Oh,
And he like,
I know. Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead,
he
sorry.
like invited me and Emily over, but it was on a weeknight, so she doesn't really have a lot of availability on the weeknights.
Yeah.
But I came over and he was like really sweet about it, and he even had your mom come out and tell me about it. And I was like, "Holy cow, what's going on?" Like,
I remember that. Yeah, I was still at home, and he was like, I'm so honored he asked me, and I don't know if I'm the right guy to do it." We were like, "It's
Aw.
okay. Like, if you don't feel right about doing it, you just tell him
yeah,
that."
he felt really
So-
bad about it, but I hope
Yeah.
I made him feel better about it
Oh,
because I was like,
definitely.
we're already talking about to Kevin about it. I knew Kevin
Sure.
could obviously do it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
also don't want to burden him to
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
go
yeah.
through getting
Aw.
ordained. But
No, he was honored. Like, he really was.
I
Risa
was just
was
glad
like,
he was there and you guys were there.
yeah,
Besides Risa,
yeah,
which is okay.
The little jerk. Where was she?
Like I
working
said,
at
you
the
can
time?
never find them in the same room ever.
Even at our house. Like,
No.
one of us is always working or at college or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Or playing with catheters.
Risa,
Yeah.
not me. Risa, not Shay either. Shay would never.
She would never.
Crazy.
No, Shay's out there throwing cheese. Let's be real.
True.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Throwing
okay.
that cheddar.
Yeah.
Craft
Did you hear
cheddar.
Did you hear the episode with Shay?
Oh
on?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That was a good one.
Dude, so good. She's so good.
I should have had her
actually-
plan the wedding. That's what I should have.
You should
I
have.
didn't know about it.
She for their wedding, she was like, I just want to do this. I just want to see like that. And then, another wedding, she's like, I picked out the wedding planner because you can tell which one she is because she's walking around in black and holding a binder. I was like, do you want to go follow her? Do you want to go on the dance floor? Like, what is the wedding? You're not here for the wedding planner. But yeah, she would have loved to have part of that, but they couldn't make it back for your wedding, which was really sad.
Yeah.
Risa and Shay.
Unbelievable.
Bummer. Well, I guess you got to get married again. Just run it back.
That's not how that works.
Well, to the same person, not like, just kind of
Again, I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, you could
I
like
think
renew your
renew
vows.
your vows, yeah.
But
just
that's
throw another
like
party.
25, 50
yeah, like a
years.
post-reception thing.
Sure.
Makes
Another
sense.
party sounds really fun. Speaking of parties, who was celebrating
no.
last week?
Celebrating.
Celebrating. Party.
What?
Wednesday?
Party.
Anybody?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. What was Tuesday?
Ah.
Ah.
Election day.
Yeah.
I was so
Party on
Actually,
Wednesday.
sorry,
Actually, I
it's
just
almost
went
2
to
weeks
work
ago
on
now.
Wednesday.
What's that?
I just went to work on Wednesday
I mean, I went to work too.
I did too.
I had some, dude.
because that's what a normal American should
Yeah.
do.
A normal working
Yes.
blue collar man does.
Absolutely.
I'm working now, so I'm part of that group now.
Well, you're a blue
Working-
collar. Well, not
I'm
blue
not
collar
blue
woman,
collar.
but you're a
Teacher.
working woman.
I don't know what teacher is.
Is teacher white collar?
I don't know.
White
Are they?
collar, I feel like is like an accountant or like
Yeah.
somebody on Wall Street.
All right.
It should be like a
different
yellow,
ones.
Yellow
Yellow
collar.
yellow collar.
Oh, my most recent search is: do you cook chicken before putting it in a casserole? Google says yes, you should cook chicken before adding it to a casserole. Well,
Only Google.
now we know. Okay, wait. What color is teacher? I was probably just gonna say white.
Black.
Pink collar.
Pink collar.
I've heard of
Yay!
that. The term pink collar refers to jobs that are typically service oriented and have historically been dominated by women. Word.
That.
Other examples of pink collar jobs include nursing and childcare and administrative work.
Makes sense.
Pink collar.
There you
Now
go.
I have to wear pink tomorrow. I don't own any shirts with a pink collar.
Well,
So that sucks, but
dye them.
I don't wear a blue collar to work if that
Yeah.
helps.
right.
I don't wear
but
any
like-
collars.
Yes, you do.
That's true. I do wear button downs a lot.
Yeah.
but-
Anyways, what about the election?
So, funny story. So, I almost couldn't vote on election day, which was
You were
Really
one of
scary.
those. that
Wow.
did-
Dude, I got there. I made it. I was able to. So there was like a mix up with like moving, changing my address, and then changing my registration. And I was like told to go to Shippensburg. So I drove all the way back, and I get there and I get through the line, and the lady goes, "You're not in my book." And I was like, "Well, I don't know why I wouldn't be because I'm not in another book." And so she was like, "Go over and talk to this lady." So I went over to this other table, and this lady, it was, mind you, it's like 5:00 in the afternoon, and she had been there since before
Oh,
the polls
no.
opened. So she's been there. She's tired. And I was like, she's very nice, but she was just fed up with people. And so I was like, I voted here before, and I am not in the book over there. And she's like, "Did you move?" I said, "Yes." And I didn't change anything. Like the way I had done it, it's a lot to explain. I was supposed to be voting at Shippensburg, and she was like, "Okay, let me do this." And so she looks me up, and she's like, "Yeah, you're not even registered in Franklin County." And I was like, "Hold on a sec." I said, "Is there a way I can, like, did it get revoked, or like, am I not supposed to like be voting at all?" And she was like,
That's what
"Hold
the
on,
government tells you.
let me make a call." So she calls this lady, and the lady's like, "Hi." And she's like, "Hi, I have a Sydney Kamut here. Can you like look her up?" So then they found me. She was like, "You're supposed to be voting in Waynesboro. Does that sound right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so I was like, "Fine, I'll just drive all the way back." She gave me the address, and then I got down here, and it was much different because I've only voted this like the one place every single time, and
Yes.
so I know like the
Yes.
process. You go to this table, you go in that door, all this stuff. So this new place, I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going. I don't even know like how to get into the building. I took a wrong turn, had to go around the back because it was like in the town. So like I'm taking like these streets, like these back roads, back streets. And if I hadn't taken that like wrong turn, I wouldn't have known where to go because I drove past the door where people were going in and out of. And I was like, oh, bless the Lord. So get in there, get my ballot, get into the booth, and I'm filling it out. And 2 booths down, I hear this old lady. And you know how like you can get help like when you're elderly or
Yeah.
disabled or something.
Yeah.
And so I hear this old lady kind of like she sounded very old, like as if she couldn't hold the pen.
Well,
and this
props
man,
to her for voting.
right? Listen, so I hear her talking
And not mailing in.
She was like,
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm doing. And this
Aw.
guy was like, it's all right. We'll help you. She's like, all I know is I want to vote for Kamala Harris.
Oh, no.
And then this guy who's helping her goes, okay, well then you're going to have to find your own way home because I'm not taking you home if that's what you're voting for. And I was like, no way. He just
way.
said that in the middle of this like very, very quiet voting room. But I was like standing there like, I was in shock, but it was definitely a great way to end my very stressful day trying to vote.
Wow.
But
So did he help her vote?
I think he did.
Well, he has to.
Yeah, I
He's a
mean,
poll
I'm
worker.
sure
What if
he helped
circled
her.
Trump on her
He was
thing?
like, yeah, look away real quick. Okay, I got you.
So you
Election
had the
fraud.
write-in ones there? You write like you scribble in the bubble?
No, it was just like fill it in. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
was
had to
like the
use a-
bubble ones. It wasn't like writing it
Because
in.
the one I had to use was completely different. I had to. It was the one of the electric ones, like the.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird. I didn't like it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever used.
yeah,
So
that was
when we-
different to me.
When we voted, it was all paper. I was like,
Yeah.
this is paper?
Oh, I've
Yeah,
only
it's
used the
always
paper.
been paper. And
That's
then
what-
Grant's
yeah.
like, oh, it's not electronic. And I was like, electronic. I wouldn't trust that.
No.
I was pretty
Yeah,
happy. I
that's-
was like, good.
Yeah, no,
I was
I've
like, I don't want
always
the
done
electronic
paper.
crap.
And then you get your sticker.
That's insane.
You go and you put it in the machine, and
Yeah.
it like sucks it in like a printer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
That's
at the
what it was.
end it said, "Thank you for voting. Your voting
Vote
counted." Or
Yeah,
something.
I stood there and watched
And we're
it
like,
because if it did not say that, I was gonna be like, it didn't count. Fraud.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a scene.
Well, we were in there. When were we in there? Right when
7
they
a.m.
opened.
Yeah.
7. So
Oh,
we
dang.
had to wait in a line.
whoa.
But it was for the people that were waiting for the polls to open.
Oh, sure.
Because then once we walked
Yeah,
out, there was no
Then
line.
there was no line.
I was about to say, I
Gotcha.
walked right through basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty simple.
Yeah, but this was also a new place that we were going to. I've been to this place like many, many, many times, but never to vote. And then I walk in and I know like every single person who's like working the polls
Love it.
because it's like the people who work in that like I guess little like district or section or whatever. So I like knew everybody that in there. I was like, all right, I feel safe. Like I have nothing to
Oh,
worry about.
nice,
Like
yeah.
they're not gonna do anything or anything like that. So yeah, it was pretty good voting experience. But Grant was telling me all these like horror stories that could have happened for voting. Like, oh, like they could say the polls like are working or something like that. I guess that's if you have electronic voting. I
Yeah.
don't feel like anything paper would go wrong or anything. I guess if that printing machine broke or
Yeah.
something, but
At the time
I
of this
don't know.
recording, Bob Casey has not seceded. No, what's the word? Accepted the loss. He hasn't.
I don't follow. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
Oh, well, that's all
But
I've
keep
don't know
seen.
the
going.
official
Somebody's
word
gonna
for it.
know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget either. Look, if it hasn't changed by the day this is out, Bob Casey, look, you lost. Suck it up. Stop being a sore loser. All right. And if this was Dave McCormick, even though I voted for Dave, I would say the same thing. Like, dude, shut up. You lost. Whatever. All right. Throw in the towel. Quit crying.
Your voice does sound very deep, Grant.
Yeah, because faked throw up, and now it
Why would you
actually.
do that?
Because you guys told me to.
We did not.
I swear Kayla did.
Okay, maybe Kayla
She-
did, but
One
she's
of the
not
3
here.
girls definitely said,
They were
"Fake
like,
it,
act
fake
like-
it, fake it."
act
Or take the
fake-
phone, take the phone.
Yeah.
It
I
was
was like,
definitely
here, somebody
Kayla.
take it. She probably said something.
Probably
No,
Kayla.
I don't
not
think
me.
Kayla said that. I think it was one of the two. I think they're lying.
SMH.
It was,
One of the
I
two.
was stressing. It was not me. That leaves one person.
You were like, take the phone and tell
I
him to
was
throw
like,
up.
I was like, oh, Reese is calling. Somebody talk. And then he grabbed the phone. And I didn't say like, pretend like you're going to throw up all of your guts.
I think you
I-
actually
it-
said that. Like that same exact words.
Yeah.
I don't remember saying anything actually. So whatever.
Whatever. Let's just look at your Ring doorbell and find out.
Speaking of the
No,
ring
You
doorbell.
should go look at your Ring doorbell.
No, I'm
No,
going to
she
show
did
you
look
my
at
ring
your
did?
doorbell.
I told her, I was like, Grant was making these really funny faces when we came in. And I was like, I looked mad. But Grant was, being
Can
himself.
I send this to you and you put it up on the
Yes,
screen?
Yeah, I can
Please
try and
do
throw it in there
it.
then.
Can you,
Don't look at my face, though. But
dude, it's a 37-second video of Grant ringing the doorbell.
Airdrop it to my laptop.
Okay. Airdrop.
this Ring doorbell is their like entertainment. When
It really
they're
is.
bored.
I like leave message. I never check it. That's the thing. Is Kayla always checks
Uh-huh.
it. And so yeah, it's so funny.
I
I'll
was
like
like-
answer it and I'll like wave at it for a good like 10 seconds.
It's such a loud like
Clap.
Like my hand can't even do that.
Can you do
Have
that?
you seen the world record for that? That guy
Oh,
that
like
does,
the guy who's like,
yeah, the weirdest
I
thing ever.
don't get it.
He
Did you get that, Grant?
Like
bent
how many
over and he's like,
times?
yeah, like doing it with both
Wow.
hands. It's the weirdest thing.
I don't know how he does it. I don't
That's
understand.
disgusting.
And
Okay.
they were loud too. Like they were like legit claps. Like they were,
That's
I've
how
seen where
hers
it's like
were.
this. I can't do it. But
no, not the two. He did them like this. He did the one-handed claps with both hands. It was
dude,
wild. It's
okay,
wild.
New talent. I don't even know how you.
I don't
I
think
can't
that's
do
one
it.
you're gonna want to learn or get better at.
Just
but
like an idiot when you do it.
yeah.
I'm just trying to make the noise on the microphone, but I can't hear it.
No.
I really hope people listen instead of watch this episode. Just kidding.
I really
Go
hope
watch,
people
'cause
watch
this,
this episode.
this Ring doorbell footage is hilarious.
We have one at our house, and there's a cat every morning before I get out the door to go to work. She's sitting on the front porch, like looking out, like
Yeah.
off the porch, and it looks just like it's like a scene of a movie.
That's so
weird.
funny.
But as soon as I open the door, she doesn't let me pet her or anything.
Oh,
It's
she like
kinda sad.
stray, or does she have a collar?
Yeah, she's stray.
Oh.
It's really,
and you don't feed her.
No.
I wouldn't either.
No.
It's fine.
I'm not a big fan of like feral cats.
Yeah.
My wife has one,
Mhm.
but it's not the house. It's a long story.
Oh.
Our dog would absolutely tear it apart. But
Grant, you
It
got
says
that yet?
ring cam, but
Yeah, I'm working on
he's working on
Typically, the camera just catches like people walking past. It hasn't. I don't know why, but it hasn't registered that the ice cream truck goes by. Which the ice cream truck still goes by. I'll just be like laying on the couch, almost asleep, and
it.
then
You
like
need to get one
8:30
day.
I know. I need to
You
go
and
out
Kayla
there.
said you were going to, and then I don't think you ever did.
I think
you
it's just
gotta
that
turn up the like
But see,
sensitivity.
yeah,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh my word.
I'm never.
Wait, you can't play it until.
It's not showing on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well,
we
we're
have to. Okay,
seeing
I'm
it.
not gonna watch because I've
No,
already
don't
seen it, but
watch,
it's so
don't
funny.
watch,
But no, yeah, I never want ice cream at 9:30 at night in the freezing cold in November. So I've never gone out to the truck when it goes past.
I'm in bed by that time easily.
I
I'm
really
not
should be
getting
in
out of
bed.
my
by
bed.
9 o'clock?
At 9. Yeah.
If I have my window open, then I can hear it from the back because my window.
Why would you want to hear it at night?
I don't want to hear it. It's creepy.
It's
That would
But
be kinda
if my
creepy.
window
It's
is
very
open,
creepy.
then it's.
Oh no.
You playing it? Did you get it? Did you do it? You gonna do it? Is it good?
Here we go.
Man.
Here I come
I love
walking
how
up
you
the stairs.
tripped on the step too.
Like, ew.
Your nose is so
Where
pointy.
can we see?
So was
Never mind,
yours
don't
in
come
the thing.
It was.
There's no sound for it though.
No, I don't have the sound playing.
Notice how we wait so long just to get in the door. I was struggling with that box.
She does not look happy. I'm looking at Danessa more than I am.
She's like, I'm cold. I'm cold.
I'm cold and I was mad about the
So
food.
is this chicken.
The best part was how Kayla opens the door and goes, "Okay, yeah, just wait," and then we like wrestle Bert into the stairs, and before we can let you guys in for real, dude, so good.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, if there's
I-
any other good footage, I'll make sure I save it and we can put it in here.
Yes.
I know my mom's gonna comment and be like, "He would do that when he comes visit me at work."
She does.
Maxine.
Is it a ring doorbell?
They just have like some
Camera.
ring.
Thing.
It's not a ring doorbell, but it's like, you know, a ping thing. You know, you hit it. They're like, "Oh, who's at the door?" And then they pick up the phone thing and they're like, "Access."
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So-
That makes sense.
Just a call system.
Yeah.
I feel like I had another story. You
Yeah.
you said you had one.
Well, I have one. It's like literally 5 seconds long.
Okay, tell us.
So I am teaching again in this past
5 seconds is
week-
up.
This past
All
week.
right. So
Shut
I didn't
up.
get to the story yet.
you said it was 5
This
seconds
past
long.
week I was in a kindergarten class for a couple days, and I was working with this like 5 kids at this, like literally a table just like this, just smaller, and we were working on writing their letters, and one of the letters, no, they were working on like writing Thanksgiving words, and this girl was supposed to write pumpkin, and she was tracing the letter, like the letter P, and she's like, I'm tracing the letter P. Like, she's like, has her pencil. And she's like, I'm tracing the letter P, and I have to pee. And all the while, like, her, like, all the other kids, like, concentration faces are, like, with their tongue out, like, like, that's just their concentration
Sure.
face. And then she's over here saying, like, all this random stuff. So
Oh my gosh.
that's literally it.
We love an external
But-
thinker.
Yep.
Yeah, but she is, she's my favorite kid.
That's
But
sweet.
yeah, I think that was my only kid story so far.
Mm.
But as a kindergartner, and you just had to be there and listen to her voice, and I can't do it as well. So sorry if that wasn't funny.
No, that was really funny. I feel like I do the same external thinking because sometimes I say things that I'm like, why did I even, like, yeah, and that would have been me as a kid.
Yeah.
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 She has no idea. She
She probably
forgot
didn't
about
even
it.
know she
She
said
has no
it.
clue she's talking.
She probably didn't, which is like the funnier part, I feel
yeah,
like. But
exactly.
In kindergarten, did you guys have a bathroom in the classroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't go to
Yes.
kindergarten.
I don't remember.
Hold up.
I was too smart.
Wait a minute.
I skipped it.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. What do you mean you skip? I've heard of this before.
What? No
I
You?
skipped kindergarten.
Skip kindergarten?
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Not like you, but like you skipped. Hold on. You skipped kindergarten?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
My wife is smart.
I skipped kindergarten.
Okay, Grant. I believe you, but
The first year I went to
The way you
school,
sound
I was
like
in
Forrest Gump.
first grade. When everybody's like, "Oh, I went to school for 13 years," I only went 12.
so you were young. So you graduated a year early.
No,
So you
I started
just
when
took
I
a
was
year off.
5.
That's kindergarten.
You start kindergarten when
Okay,
you're
then
5.
I started when I was 6.
So then you
I
so
started
you
when
took
I
a
was
year
6.
off.
I did not go to kindergarten.
So you didn't really skip it. You just had more
skipped it,
enrichment. But like I feel like skipping is like starting early. Like if you were to skip kindergarten, it's like, oh, I am 5 and I started
start
first
early.
grade.
So you want to know the truth?
That's where I was confused.
My mom just homeschooled me for kindergarten.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay, but like, what? Whatever.
I wanted
So
to
that-
sound
but that's so
smart,
mu- no,
and then
that
I
is
was
smart.
too smart to go to kindergarten.
That is smart. Sorry, I didn't mean to just like completely debunk your story.
wife is smart.
The other
No, you said my
reason-
wife is smart.
Something like Forrest Gump.
The other reason was
I
because
may be a smart man.
me and like my older sister and me and my younger sister and my younger brother were like,
The one who's from the United States and not here illegally. Wink, wink, wink.
yes, the one who
won't be here for
is
long.
from the
No,
United
No,
States.
no, sorry. Oh, sorry, Landon. I guess we'll have to have a going away party for you since Trump won. Sorry. Kidding.
Anyways,
Take a joke, people.
No, all of my siblings and we were like not as like social, I guess, when we were that young, and I'm still really not social, obviously. But so she was like, "Oh, they probably won't do well in kindergarten." Is honestly the reason why she homeschooled us. I mean, she's a teacher as well, so she also homeschooled us because she can. And
Sure.
yeah. So, and then first grade was kind of a disaster for me, but we made it
no.
through.
Honestly, no,
I was
that's smart though.
always- Yeah. Yeah.
Teaching.
It didn't really save
homeschooling.
money. I guess it did save money because we were home. And she was like a stay-at-home mom, so it just worked. So we could have been homeschooled our whole lives, but I'm thankful that we weren't because I would probably even be more awkward than I am. But
You're not awkward.
whatever.
You're fine. There's people way worse than you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's people
Don't you worry.
way worse.
I know.
Think about the
I know.
homeschoolers that went K through 12.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But
Just kidding. We love homeschooling.
But I didn't really know, like, I didn't know any friends. And then everybody in my first grade class, like, kind of knew, not everybody, but the majority knew each other because of kindergarten. And then I felt left out, which I think that made me, like, just, like, spaz out in first grade. Like, I was always in, like, the chill out chair because I was always crying.
Aw,
I
chill out
distinctly
chair.
remember that. It
I
was
have
a
a funny
purple
story
rocking
about that.
chair.
Tell us.
I don't know if I want to say it now. It's kind of embarrassing.
Dude.
No, I have to now.
Just say
So
it, yeah.
we had,
Just say
I
it.
regret it, but
It's okay.
So I had this like special, I don't even know how it's like, you know those like balls that you stand on like on the floor, but it's like a half, like a,
Oh, you're like,
Like
yeah,
balance
yeah.
type
yeah,
thing?
I had one
Yeah.
of those on my seat because I couldn't pay attention in class. So I would like sit there and bounce on it.
No way.
Yeah, I was that bad.
That's
They
fine.
called me
Well-
the Wanderer because I would wander around the room.
Oh.
Wow.
Did you get a leash on you?
No,
Oh.
it wasn't that part of U.S. yet. I didn't
Sad.
identify as adult
Kids,
at that
like,
point.
classrooms nowadays that I'm in, like, they have flexible seating. So they get to sit on a big, like, yoga ball for their whole day. And they get to bounce
I
whenever.
wish I could do that. That'd be
And it's
pretty
only
cool.
like
For real.
certain kids that can, like, each day. So like I pick like 5 kids each day and they get to sit on this. It's like a reward basically.
It's like a reward.
Yeah.
It's like a reward.
I literally thought of that right when I said it. But then I like choose 5 more the next day, like whoever's was listening the best or something like that. So they call it flexible seating. So I wouldn't call that like a,
Well, nobody else had it besides me.
oh, well,
I was one of those.
Decent.
yeah. The world has gotten like softer.
Every kid has ADHD
Oh,
now.
thanks.
Definitely.
Appreciate that.
So.
Thanks.
Yeah. All because of the red dye in our foods.
For real.
Honestly,
Speaking of,
yes.
just kidding. We won't go there.
Speaking of
RFK.
We can go there.
Junior.
chicken, did
Wait,
not have red
no.
in it.
No,
It's
you
not
were-
Junior.
good.
The chicken was fine. Yeah.
The Kennedys are too hard to keep up
Nephew.
with.
What are you
Nephew.
talking about?
RFK.
Yeah.
Department of Health now? Head of Department of Health?
Guy's
Yes.
jacked.
I
Dude
just
is
sent my family a
ripped,
dude.
tweet from him. I have a story then, but
I saw
about-
PA ban red dyes and a bunch of other stuff recently.
That's surprising.
a tweet
know.
from Donald J. Trump.
Oh, is that the one saying like pack your bags and
This was
No,
posted
not that one.
Not
today.
that one?
This
Not
one
that-
says, "I'm thrilled to announce RFK Jr. as the United States Secretary of Health and Human Services. For too long, Americans have been crushed by the industrial food complex and drug companies who have engaged in deception, misinformation, and disinformation when it comes to public health. There's so much more, but we're in
You
good
get the point.
hands."
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Good
Like, you ever see the
hands.
pictures online of like the ingredient comparison between McDonald's fries in America and McDonald's fries in like Europe? It's like,
insane.
why?
There's like 50 more ingredients that are not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
There's like 4
But why
It's like
are
salt,
they in there
grease.
then?
and potatoes.
Ugh.
That's-
They-
It causes a bunch of health problems,
they
which then
want us to be
causes the people
sick.
to go to the doctors, which then causes them to get prescription medicine, which then gives the big pharma the money.
And if we aren't sick, then they don't
Lose the
have
money.
By the way, I am not capable of talking about this subject at all.
None of us are capable. Don't
This-
look up what we
this
talk
is
about
just
because we might not be.
podcast.
This is just our opinions.
Yeah, this is strictly things we've heard. that
Freedom
we're
of
like-
speech.
Yes.
Amen.
No,
Yep.
don't worry. We are not qualified for anything that we talk about.
Once
No.
freedom of speech has gone away, the whole Constitution is
Oh, for
Toast.
real.
gone.
Something about freedom of speech kind of reminded me of so Wednesday last week, which 2 weeks ago now, if when this comes out. I work in an office, but I go out to the shop floor, and it's a very vastly different, like very
It's like two different worlds.
complete different worlds.
Blue
And
collar and white collar.
Yeah.
blue collar versus white
Pink
collar.
collar.
Pink collar.
We don't have teachers, but anyways, so in
Maybe
the
you
office,
should. Maybe that's what's wrong with engineering.
we need more women. We do have some administrative ladies
Oh,
in
no,
there,
here
but
we go.
whatever. I'm anti-feminism, but whatever.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I know the people in the office that I can talk to and the people in the office that I can't talk to. And I'm on a team of 4 people, and I am one out of those 4 that have their heads screwed on the right way. And so
That's unfortunate.
so Wednesday, the day after the election, everyone shows up. You're either happy or you've got tear stains on your cheeks. And
Which is honestly pretty pathetic. Like, I don't
Yeah,
care
for
what
real.
side you're on. If you're crying over an election, grow up. Like, come on.
I'm just
That
praying.
video of that girl in the car.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was hilarious. I watched that like 5 times because I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, you are
Edited
this
ones
worked
are
up over an
hilarious.
election. I don't care who wins. You're this worked up over politics. Grow up.
like we weren't even that sad. Last time we were, we're upset. But we're not gonna cry and post ourselves screaming about it. Dude, ridiculous. Okay, so anyways, I had a meeting, and it was out on the shop floor with the MEs, which are the manufacturing engineers, and they know what's up. And it was me and 2 people from my team, and then like 3 of these guys from the floor. So I had, consoled. I was being very gracious and kind and understanding that day because I knew that rubbing it in their faces wasn't going to do anything for me. So I had gotten my coworkers back on their feet. We were all getting our work done. And so we walk out to the shop.
Wait. Stop. Time out. You had to like boost their morale?
No. Yes, kind of. Everyone was like sad, and I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I was like, let's talk about other things.
What is wrong with
I
America?
like changed the topic and was like, let's focus on this. And they had their little session of like sitting and bickering and talking and whatever. Then
That's
I was
pathetic.
just like, all right,
Like, I get
let's
coming
get
in and
back on
talking about
track.
it, but like that's
Sure.
Let her do her
pathetic.
story.
All
It was
right,
ridiculous. So anyways, we get
Yeah.
out to the floor, and first thing I see is this man in a white shirt with a shirt. It wrote on it in Sharpie that morning, Harris is fired. Loved it. So I see it, and I was like, ugh, that's funny. But I look at my 2 coworkers, and they're like, and I was like, all right, here we go. So we get into this conference room, and we're waiting for one more person. And I'm sitting there with my coworkers, and across the table are these 3 guys who are smiling bigger than ever. And the one guy looks at me and he goes, how's everyone's day going? And I was like, great. And then it was silent. And then he goes, nice weather we're having, isn't it? And I was like, yes. So then it's silent for a few more seconds. And then it was gold. It's in this man, his name is Luther. I will call him out. He is a pig farmer, and you could tell he's a pig farmer. And just most good old boy, his phone goes off. Full volume, Toby Keith singing, man, shoot, Made in America. And it was beautiful. Just the way Toby Keith is screaming. He's got the red, white, and blue flying high. And I was like, yeah, get it, Luther. And these guys are sitting there just like, and I'm like, this is beautiful. And I think that at that moment, they could tell Sydney's on our side. And these other, we cannot talk about this anymore. So then at the end of the meeting, they kind of like, you know, my coworkers got ahead of me and I was like, you guys having a great day? Like, everyone feeling good? And they were like, yeah, whatever, we'll talk to you later. Dude, it was gold. I was like, Luther, you could not have had your phone turned up all the way at a better moment. It was beautiful.
I want to meet this man just to shake his hand.
He's
like
something else.
I was dumb and I made the mistake of wearing a like that pin up there, that color dress the next day. And I'm like, please, people, don't think anything. But
That's stupid how people would assume that just because you wear a blue
I know,
dress.
and that's why I wore it anyways, because I was like,
it's just a color.
It's just a color. But I was like, crap, I should not. I was wearing white underneath it. So I was like, I'm just representing America, you know? So hopefully no one thought anything of it. But
I wore like it was like light red, pink basically. But I wore that with like my white boots. So I'm like, I look country, but like,
yeah, you do.
Not.
You look like you voted for.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I saved wearing my flag sweater for Monday when it was Veterans Day.
Smart.
Because I was like, I'm not dumping salt in the wound today. So, but it was a great day.
But I was smiling, so I hope people understood. But
yeah.
Anyways, that was fun.
Everyone at my work were smiling. So.
Well, yeah.
You work with the good people.
You guys want to see a funny video?
Sure.
So I sent it to Vanessa on Instagram.
Oh,
She
no,
watched
which
it.
one?
You'll see. You're gonna be like, oh, this one. And so I think it's pretty funny.
Is it appropriate?
Yeah, it's totally appropriate.
Okay.
Word. This is an appropriate podcast.
Of course.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
The Moscow Knights Tongue Choir.
I do this when I'm thinking.
No, but this is an actual choir. All their faces. Ew.
Oh, no. That one was going in and out, not up and down. I don't like that.
Oh my gosh. So
How many people were there?
Do they zoom out?
No, they don't.
I didn't watch the whole video.
Dude. Why
That's
they all
it.
got big foreheads?
Notice it's all men.
Yeah.
When does a choir just stand in one line?
Who
you
said-
always see them up on on risers.
I want to know who said.
Did you notice the one guy though? I noticed the one guy. He was going like moving his whole mouth. There was no tongue movement. It was just, I'm like,
The old guy, he was like not doing anything. He was just like, I've been here for too long.
Oh my gosh, I'm yawning. Was that like their job? Or
Yeah.
is that just a hobby? Or
I don't know. I haven't looked
I
into
hope
it.
it's not a job.
My
Obviously, as you
wife's
can tell, it was an Instagram reel, and I was like, "This is great.
My
this is
husband
funny."
It looks
is
like-
a tongue choir.
all right.
That was an old video, so they probably might not be living.
It might not be. That did look
What if-
like from the early 2000s at least.
Imagine you can't find a hobby and then you're just like, I'm going to go check Facebook for
choir.
random hobby signups.
You join
This
a
one
group
sounds
called
fine.
Tongue Choir.
Is there a Facebook group? I don't want to look that up. That's not something I
There
want to
is
know.
something for everything.
I suppose.
There's something for everybody out there.
That's very true.
So
I have tears
I
in my
love
eyes.
that.
Wow, thank you, Grant.
You're welcome.
That tongue
That's
choir was
hilarious.
just so good.
So good.
Do you wanna
Makes
watch
me
it
wanna
again?
Go
Kinda.
practice. Makes me want to go practice. All right.
You want to go practice?
No, I was joking.
Oh, okay.
I was
probably
going to talk
like-
about our weekend that we had this past week.
Oh, yeah. You guys
Oh,
went to the
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about how Danessa guessed the score of the game.
Basically.
Yeah. So
Well, that was gonna
last
probably be added
that
in.
was just last
They weren't going to remember that.
episode, right?
Yeah, that was last episode.
Last episode, we were talking about the Penn State game because me and Grant went to the Whiteout this past weekend. And
Nope, to a week ago.
whatever.
About a week ago.
Whenever
Week ago.
you guys know when the Whiteout game was, just look up when we went. So the week before I just said the score and I said 28-7 Penn State. And the final score was
35 to 6.
5 to 6.
So close.
So close. So I was basically right.
Basically.
Kind of.
Just like
Just off by a touchdown.
You're literally
Not.
right.
You're
Yeah.
off by 8 total points.
Pardon.
yeah. So
Pretty
I
good
think
in
I
betting.
should play the lottery.
You should bet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should. Let's go to the casino.
Yeah.
Instead
then
of
we can go
wasting
to
your
the-
money like that, I think you
We
should
can go to the Liberty
invest
Bar and
right
Grill
now.
there too, and eat
That
some
place
good
is
food there.
pretty
Trump's
good.
America's
Have you
coming
been
at
there?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Dang, haven't been there yet.
It is
Liberty?
pricey, but it's worth it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's just like sandwiches and
No, they had some good stuff. So they actually had a prime rib there. It was really
Oh
good.
yeah, don't they do prime rib
Wow.
nights?
Yeah,
Is it every
they
week?
do.
Every once a week?
Every Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on the billboards.
Friday night. I think it's Friday.
Did I get it?
No, you missed.
Dang it.
Cindy's slapping the air.
There was a bug. I'm
But
not
anyways,
crazy. Sorry.
more about the game. So what do I want to say about it? Grant, you want to talk about it?
You can.
No, you can tell your story.
Why?
Tell your
No,
story.
you can. You can. I'll chime in.
Okay. So
My voice hurts.
We went with
I wonder
his sister and her husband and
There
then
you go.
his brother.
Mhm.
So there's 5 of us. And so we took the truck and we
My dad's truck.
took a grill and we did you told me I could tell the story.
No,
And
I'm
we
just saying. I just want to throw in a disclaimer for everyone out there that's gonna think, "Oh, you just use your daddy's truck." Shut up, dude. All right, I had a
No,
truck.
There's a song
say
about
that.
that, isn't there?
Huh?
What's it called? Like
Use your
Daddy's Money or
daddy-
something like that?
Yeah.
Daddy's money.
Because there's
That's
people
talking
out
about a
there
girl.
No,
that'd
I
be
know, but
like,
I was
"Oh,
making fun
use
of
your
him."
daddy's truck." I had one. Financial reasons. Don't have one right now. So zip it.
Sounds like excuses.
Really used
They're
it.
probably the ones that sit on their
Really
couch all day and do nothing.
Used it to haul stuff.
Which
so
probably
we,
can afford a truck too.
Yeah.
True.
Because they
Because of
do nothing.
unemployment.
Which going back to where I was talking, right now we need to invest because Trump's America is coming full speed at us.
Yeah.
So buy a truck now.
So
and
buy
be
a truck
broke.
now. No, invest
And then
your money
sell
now.
it next year whenever
No,
the
no,
prices.
no.
Oh,
Invest your money
now. Don't buy-
Invest it.
Trucks will not, they depreciate. Invest in other things. But, sorry.
What'd you
go on.
say?
No, I was saying
Save your
invest.
money now?
No,
No,
yeah.
invest into the
Invest.
stock market.
Yeah, get in the stock market.
I
And
don't
then
know how that works.
I can figure it out.
figure it out how it works.
Do you know how to figure it
Your
out?
401ks all
Kinda.
stocks.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, back to the
Anyways,
story.
back to your story. You were Penn State. Truck.
Penn State, we brought the grill. We were doing breakfast sandwiches for lunch. And then we were doing hot dogs and hamburgers for supper. Meanwhile, the day was like cold, but like hot.
That was nice.
Like the boys were like in t-shirts, but us girls
I was
were
not in a
like,
t-shirt. I was in a long sleeve.
Yeah, Rook was in a t-shirt though. And he thought about changing into shorts too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And then Mia and Brooke were just in like sweatshirts and blankets. So we were freezing. But anyways, to get to my point, after we ate hot dogs and hamburgers for supper before we went into the game, this was like what, 6:30, 5:30,
No, this was like 5:45.
quarter till 6, 5:45.
It's dark out at this point.
It's dark. And so we needed to use the bathroom before we got changed into all of our layers before the cold game. And so me, Rook, and Grant, we all hiked to the porta potties. And
Johns.
the porta potties actually
Porta Johns.
were kind of nice.
Oh yeah, they were clean. Surprisingly,
Like,
they weren't
they
like
didn't-
awful.
No, they weren't awful, but they didn't have a light, so I had to use my flashlight, which
It's
was
typical.
not fun. And there was a lot of red Solo cups in it, but other than that, it was
Mine had no solo cups.
Mine did. Anyways, we were coming back and we had to get hand sanitizer. So we were like all rubbing our hands. And we were like halfway back to our truck. And Grant said,
That's not how I said it.
Yeah. I don't know how you said it, but
I go, okay, so I'm doing this. Rubbing the hand sanitizer and I go like this. And I go, my ring just came off.
yeah.
What?
So
Like it
his-
went poop. I'm like, oh no. Like I felt it just go. I'm like, oh no. I was like, I am a dead man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he told us, and meanwhile, we're in like grass and like leaves are everywhere. And like,
Leaves weren't really everywhere.
yes, they were.
Not really.
Yes, they were.
Okay, whatever.
And that's why it was hard.
It was
to look
pitch
for
black
it.
in a
It
grass
was
field.
Pitch black in a grass field. So we pulled out all of our flashlights, and Grant was like freaking at me and Rick were like, "We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it." And so we were like looking everywhere, and Grant wasn't really. He was sure the area, but he wasn't sure like the exact
Where it
spot,
rolled and
obviously.
everything.
Yeah, because who knows? And his ring was black, and so like some of the leaves were like dark brown, like a black. So we're like, this is gonna be impossible. So we were just all searching, and we like could not find it. And then I was like, I'm just gonna go back this way because who knows? You could have lost it. I mean, you felt it fling off your finger.
Immediately. Yeah, it wasn't
Immediately.
like 5 steps later. Oh, my ring's not there.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I, being a woman, got closer to the ground with my flashlight. And I was looking, and then I found this little, like, black ring thing underneath a leaf. And I was like, guys, I found it. Grant, you're not a dead man.
It was just an O ring instead of his actual ring or something.
No, it was his ring because it was, like, shiny, and it was heavy. Like, it was his
Gotcha, yeah.
actual
It was
ring.
his ring. That's funny, though.
If it was his silicone, it might have been a little harder to find.
If it was my silicone, I would have
You
literally
wouldn't have
said, I
cared
would have
as
said,
much, but-
oh, I just lost my silicone. Whatever, I'll buy a new one
Yeah.
off
Or,
Like,
Amazon.
what?
Yeah.
$10. I was.
10, 15, yeah.
This was the real deal. That's why I was
Then
like,
he put it back on his finger, and he's like, how'd it fall off? And I was like, well, it's cold, so your hands are going to be like, it's going to be more.
Yeah. They fall off.
Well,
falling
silicone
off
one, you
more.
probably wouldn't have lost it.
oh no.
Mine stays on my finger, like, really.
Yeah,
the
silicone
silicone
ones
one.
never come
And
off.
isn't your real one like a little bit big for your hand, too?
I mean, when my hand's like super, super cold, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll come off no problem.
Yeah. And so he's like, that almost just ruined my whole day. It was a whole thing. But we found it.
I can see
so
him saying that.
it's all good.
Grant getting upset? What are you talking about?
I don't get upset.
But it was all
JK.
good.
Wait,
Flashbacks to last week.
I don't get
What?
upset.
No way.
What? No way.
I don't have that one in anymore.
And then
Sorry.
we went to the game, and we sat the high as you can go, literally as high as you can go.
North end zone.
North end zone as high as you can go. We were in row 95, so that's like the last row.
Mhm.
And then we were sitting in front of like the camera guys, like in the back.
Guys taking film for the game.
Yeah, he's taking film. And during the game, we were like standing. Well, Rook was like standing on the bleachers, and one of the camera guys came down to him and was like, "Yo, like you're in our camera view. You need to get down." And he's like, "I'm just watching the game, bro." And so then he got down, and then he was like where he's supposed to stand, and then they came down again, and they're like, "When you wave your like little white pom pom, like." You're in the way. And he's like, but these are my seats. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm just enjoying the game.
Yeah.
And this was like the other team telling Rook like this. It wasn't even like a
Yeah.
Penn State guy. It was
Oh,
another
that makes it
the
so
other
different.
team. And so then like 5 minutes, Grant was in the bathroom.
Yeah, of
doing all
course.
this.
I'm in the bathroom when this is going on. I'm like, of course.
He has no
Oh my
idea.
gosh.
And me and Brooke are just sitting there shivering. So then like 5 minutes later, the Penn State film guy comes down and is like, hey bro, like I don't want the other team guy to get mad. Like just calm, like don't wave it as high and stuff. And like Rook's not even that tall. So
Right.
like
But you're holding it up like this.
you're holding it up, I guess it makes
Yeah.
a difference. So then Rook was like,
Because the Penn State guy, he was like, look, I don't want to make
Yeah.
him any more mad than what he probably is. We're beating him on the scoreboard. Just
yeah.
make
And
him shut up.
At this point we were winning like
28-6.
28-6.
Yeah.
What I
Just
said.
butthurt. They were butthurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally butthurt. If I was there,
Totally.
I would have looked at him and be like, dude, shut up. Why are you even taking film?
Yeah. I
What's
was
it
like,
going to do?
Thank heavens
Nothing.
Grant is in the bathroom because
I would have, scoreboard, dude. Scoreboard. Shut up.
yeah. So
Just trash that film, dude. Only
it-
use the first half. Can't even use that.
They won't broadcast it anyways.
No.
It's got Molly
probably
robbed.
not.
Oh my gosh.
So
Like,
then,
you wanna watch
Rook
that
was
film?
like
Why watch that?
Yeah. Sorry.
upset. But then it was all good after that. He was like, it's whatever. We're winning. So whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that was the only.
Yeah, it
thing
was
that
literally
happened
the
during
only-
game.
yeah.
We won. I was shivering. I could not feel my feet at the end. Oh, I had to go down to the bathroom. And when we came back up, we had to walk up like 30 stairs, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it goes
It's a pretty good
steep,
incline.
Steep.
I
And
saw the picture.
so-
Oh, yeah.
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 So when I was walking back up, I like tripped over a step and I fell down. And I was like, crap, these people probably think I'm intoxicated. They probably think I can't walk upstairs.
And you're probably wearing
Like,
blue at the same time. They think you're an
it was
intoxicated
so-
Democrat.
Oh my word. No, it was a whiteout. I was wearing all white.
Luckily, she was
You
in
had
white.
blue-
Yeah.
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 You have
So
blue
I was
leggings
like,
on.
so embarrassing. And then I got up and they're like, do you need help? And I was like, I'm fine. I just tripped over my foot. Like I was trying to be like, I'm not drunk. Like I
I'm
literally
sassy
just
drunk.
Is that how
tripped.
you said that? I was about to say.
No, I
Like,
was like,
I'm fine.
I was like, no, I just tripped over my foot. And I just kept walking.
So like just less sass.
You just get aggressive with.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
I was like,
That's
"Grant,
so
these
funny.
people probably think I'm drunk, but That was embarrassing.
They call the police. You start fighting them. Then they think it's just drunk aggression even more.
Yeah.
You don't
thrown out
judge
of
on
the
the
game.
outside. You judge by the inside.
Yeah, the level
Hey, so you're probably wondering, why is Damon in this episode when he wasn't here before? It's just so we had technical difficulties, and so I decided to just kick the can around and not post it. But then after some nudging from everybody else, they said, you should post it. So we're going to post it. This is what we got. Technology is great sometimes. So just bear with us in this episode. We'll have Nick back on again. And the next time, hopefully, Damon is on as well. So the entertainment will just be multiplied. So enjoy this episode and be on the lookout for the one coming out Monday.